Episode 1, The Mandela Effect. What's really happening? The Mandela Effect is when a large group of people remember something differently than it is now. People debate over what causes this strange phenomenon. And today, we begin unraveling the mystery. There are 12 different explanations, ranging from time travel to CERN, from false memories to something far more unsettling. Our first theory: quantum immortality. Imagine you're in a life or death situation, say a car crash. In the split second before death, instead of ceasing to exist, your consciousness shifts into a parallel universe where you survive. This is the core of quantum immortality. According to this theory, every time you're on the brink of death, your mind transfers to an alternate reality. From your perspective, you never died. You just keep living in a slightly altered world. But here's the catch. Each new reality has subtle differences. Maybe a logo is different. Maybe a childhood memory doesn't match the facts. Maybe an entire event in history feels off. Could this explain the Mandela Effect? Are we shifting through realities without realizing it? And if we are, what happens to the versions of us we leave behind? Episode 2, The Unsettling Consequences of Quantum Immortality. If quantum immortality is real, then you've already died, many times. But you wouldn't know, because your consciousness keeps shifting into realities where you survive. Think about it. If you've ever had a close call, a near-car accident, a fall that could have been fatal, a sudden illness that miraculously disappeared. What if, in another timeline, you didn't make it? But here's where it gets even creepier. If you've been shifting through realities to survive, are the people around you shifting too? Are your friends and family the same people you've always known? Or just slightly different versions of them? If you ever felt like something about a loved one has changed, subtly, almost imperceptibly, what if that's because they're not exactly the same person you remember? And if that's true, what about the world itself? What if the small inconsistencies, the ones that make up the Mandela Effect, aren't just random memory errors, but evidence that we've all been shifting over and over again? Some people even report waking up one day with skills they never learned, suddenly able to play an instrument, speak a language, or recall information they know they never studied. Could these be remnants of another version of you that existed in a past reality? If so, how many times have you already died? And what happens when there are no more timelines left to shift into? Episode 3, CERN and the Collision of Timelines. What if the Mandela Effect isn't caused by quantum immortality, but by something far more deliberate? Let's talk about CERN. CERN is home to the Large Hadron Collider, the world's most powerful particle accelerator. It's been smashing atoms together at near light speed to study the fundamental forces of the universe. But some believe that in doing so, CERN has inadvertently or intentionally altered reality. Here's the theory. By colliding particles at extreme energy levels, CERN may have opened microscopic black holes or even shifted us into parallel realities. Remember 2012? That's when some people believe we actually died, not physically, but in a reality-ending event caused by one of CERN's experiments. If that were true, what if our consciousness didn't just vanish, but instead jumped into the next closest reality? This could explain why so many of us remember things differently, because we aren't in the same reality anymore. Even creepier, CERN has openly discussed the possibility of creating mini black holes and accessing extra dimensions. Could they have triggered a timeline merger without even realizing it? Or worse, did they know exactly what they were doing? If reality has been tampered with, the question is, who is controlling the experiment?